You know what I mean? Moving your life the way you want to live your life, right? Then number three is making decisions as a creative being. Making those decisions and taking accountability of your life experience is very important. We must take accountability of our life experience. Making decisions as a creative being, a victim. You're now a conscious creator of all things in your life. When you act as a creator rather than a follower, remember a lot of people are consumers and not creators, okay? A lot of people are complaining about them not making money and not living the life they want to live because they choose to be consumers and not creating. They're not even creating their own life experience in a sense because they're copycatting. They're copying what they see in social media. You're living and creating as a consumer. Whatever your famous best social media influencer that you're following, you start following that person's life experience. That means you are more of a consumer. You are not a creator. You're not creating your own life experience. Okay. So you have to move from limitation to expansion when you want to be your own God, your own life, your own sovereign being, your own creator of your own reality. You move from limiting a way of living to expansion, from limitation to expansion. You realize that scarcity is a lie. Scarcity is an illusion, that this reality is a reality of abundance. And we have to experience the abundance. We have to experience the abundance, okay, by choice, right? But if you want to choose the opposite of abundance and experience lack, that's also a choice as well, because there's a freedom of choice, okay? But most people don't know that they have the choice to change from a lack or from the lack mentality to abundance, because they really think that this reality is about lack, because it's all on the news about the lack of money and the poverty and hungry people and all those things. It's everywhere. So people think that it is a real reality. Yet not every single person in this life, in this world, is experiencing life the same. Okay. Some people are really experiencing their life in abundance. No matter whatever happens, they're able to manifest it because number one, it's already in their bloodline. Number two, they learned at a young age how to do it. Okay, not every single person that is wealthy and abundance and having good time in the material world was born in material abundance, but they learned and took their power, right? But a lot of the people, masses of the people, are living in scarcity because of fear. Because when you're born in poverty, it's a struggle most of the time for you to even get food. I mean, I'm talking about extreme poverty, okay? You're in struggle to get food, to have shelter. So that's the vibration that you actually living in and vibrating always, because for everything that you need and want, it's about the hustle, it's about the lack. You're not really seeing a lot of people, even in your environments, you know what I mean, manifesting and actually living in abundance, right? That kind of thing. But then there's also people living in the middle part who are not neither poor or very rich or wealthy, but they're all living a life where they're getting all their needs met, okay? And there is some people that are also struggling in that space as well. But it all depends on you, the lifestyle, and also your worldview of your area where you're living. But you know that you can live above your circumstances. You can live above the area that you are living in your mind, and then if you do it long enough, you start manifesting things that are all alike to your perception, because now you are your own God, right? You create your own life experience. And remember that abundance and wealth is not the same with every single person, right? Not every single people have the same perception of what it means to be wealthy. Okay, now remember, the old way of thinking is basically, can I do this? What will others think of me? Because if you are living in a space and body in a space of poverty, when you're raising yourself above that, right? You get my point. You're trying to go above it. You're always thinking what people are going to think about you, what your family is going to think about you, what your friends are going to say about you as well. You're always thinking that, right? You don't understand that, yes, they're your family, you live in your community, but this is not a place where you have to stay forever. You can also rise up, move to another community, move to another country, move to another area. that's aligned to your vibration and understanding, okay? And it happens a lot. Like, for example, American sports people or even other sports people from other countries, not all of them are born in wealth, in affluent backgrounds, but but because of their career focus on their sports, they rise above their environment and they can move to other areas. Now remember that it's like a timeline. You're moving from one timeline to another, right? People don't understand what timelines are. They're not different places, they're different situations, different frequencies. Again, it can be like different places as well. Okay, but it's not, people have this idea that when you move from, for example, the 3D mentality, right, or vibration dimension to the fourth and the fifth and the sixth, is like going to different places. Not necessary. It's first primarily a thought form, a vibration in the mind that I can do this. I am worthy of this thing. I can have this thing. If I just do this and do that, I know I can get where I want to go. And it's about you not giving up in what you desire, right? Before you know it, okay, you can start living in a certain area, you start a certain sports activity, you become very good at it, you get opportunities to go overseas or maybe to become a pro athlete in that field of sport, right? Now that will also now bring different circumstances into life experience, different situations that are aligned to your sports and your skill, right? Same as anything else. Maybe even with social media, maybe with anything, even if you are in the religious field as well. If you're good at with like preaching and stuff like that alone can allow you to move to other areas of the world, to go and preach elsewhere, or learn more things about your chosen path in life, whatever it is, okay? So it's not really based on one thing, but life is like, it's so vast, basically. Life is vast in that way, right? So remember, from fear to love. You're moving from fear to love, basically, right? You're moving from the fear of not having, the fear that you can never achieve, because now you know you can achieve. You've told yourself you achieve. You're experiencing things that are showing you that you are achieving, right? So you're moving away from fear to love. Now, love is more about acceptance. It's about expansion. Love is about compassion, and other good things. It's high vibration way of thinking and living. So you're moving away from fear, which is about uh, lack. It's about not having, not believing, and you're going to the flow of love, which is I believe in myself. I believe that all things are possible. Instead of acting out of survival, you are pleasing others. You choose to resonate with your soul. Your soul says that you are abundant. Okay, so you're moving away from pleasing others. That what are my neighbors are going to say about me? What my family are going to say about me if I don't go and hang around with them anymore?